Hey everybody, it is Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and tonight I got something really cool and special, something that I didn't think I would ever actually get a hold of, and it's something for one of my clone rifle builds. Well, I guess before I show you this, I'll show you the clone rifle. Maybe you guys have seen this in the past. This is my clone of a Colt Model 630, which is essentially the Air Force's version of the Commando rifle during the Vietnam era. Now, they did use this all the way up until Operation Desert Storm, I believe, in some capacity. They kind of modernized them with newer parts as older parts, I guess, broke or needed to be replaced. But essentially, I built this from all Brownells retro parts. And it was not a model that was offered in their regular lineup. And a big difference between this and the other Commandos that were used by the Army, it does not have a forward assist. The Air Force did not believe the AR needed a forward assist. They were very much in the philosophy of Eugene Stoner, of course, who designed the AR-15 and the M16 and the like, and that the gun doesn't need that forward assist. And the Air Force ordered theirs with an 11.5-inch barrel, which, by the way, I'll tell you a funny story. When I did my From the Vault video on this very rifle where I talk about what I put on it, I recently got a commenter on there who said how wrong I was. And I appreciate people wanting to share information or call things out if I get something wrong. But sometimes I love it when people speak with such authority and they're wrong. You know, there's certain things in my range reports or my videos that I will admit I get wrong from time to time. Or maybe I misspoke, or I leave information out inadvertently, or something maybe brand new in the market I was not aware of, I don't talk about. I miss stuff all the time. But when it comes to a lot of my clone videos, I really have done my research. And I'm talking extensive research. Like, for example, the Air Force originally ordered these with 1 in 12 twist barrels. And the barrel on this one is 1 in 7. But in the 1980s, when they changed ammunition, they actually switched over a lot of the Colt 630s to 1 in 7 twist barrels. So even though this has a 1 in 7 twist barrel, it's still clone correct. So it's small details like that that I pay attention to. But I had somebody in the comments section with a lot of authority tell me that I need to go watch this YouTuber. You're wrong. The Commandos did not have an 11.5-inch barrel. You're wrong. They're flush right up here to the sight. And I'm like, I had to decide how I was going to respond. Because if somebody is nice about it, and it's not me trying to figure out their tone from just what they write, but it's the words that they use, and pretty much calling me out saying, you need to go do your own research. I literally go online and cite the Colt 630 specs and the Air Force contract and show them. And with pictures, the Air Force did have an 11.5-inch barreled Commando rifle. But it just goes, I guess, to the heart of one of the issues I have as a content creator. And a lot of you guys say you shouldn't take the comments so seriously. And I agree. I shouldn't take the comments so seriously. But education is kind of what I do for a living, and sharing information, I think, is important. And I'm not always saying that I'm right. As I said, I will fully admit when I am wrong about something. But there's certain things that I know really well. And if I am wrong, just approach it in a cordial manner. Go, hey, I think you're wrong about this. Then cite some information. You know, don't tell me to go watch another YouTuber. Don't just spout the information. Just cite it so I can go and go, well, did I get that wrong? But no, I didn't. I know my clone rifles really, really well because I will spend hours and hours figuring this stuff out with pictures and with, you know, contracts. And anyway, I'll figure it all out. in time and piece everything together before I order parts or try to build something. And anyway, that really frustrated me. I think I responded to him for a little bit, but then his comment just bothered me so much. I think I just ended up abandoning him because he was so rude about it. But anyway, this is a clone of the Colt 630 Air Force Commando. And because this does not have a forward assist, the originals had a bolt carrier that did not have serrations for the forward assist. It's kind of like the original configuration that Eugene Stoner designed. But unfortunately, nobody makes a bolt carrier like that except for one company, and that is Brownells. When they were making this retro line, they had some that were made for those retro rifles without the forward assist, because today, to get one without those serrations is unobtainium. And they had it still listed on their website, but I had assumed, because it was not a discontinued part, but it was out of stock, I was assuming it was like many of the other parts in the retro line, that the manufacturers were no longer making them or they weren't ordering them anymore. But, of course, I added my name to the notify me when back in stock. And lo and behold, guess what came back in stock, and at pretty much a 50% discount? The bolt carrier that I needed for this rifle to make it more clone correct. A hard chromed carrier, so this is not, you know, in like an NIBX or a nickel boron coated. It's hard chrome, which back in the Vietnam era was designed to address some of the cycling issues and the feeding issues and the environmental issues that the rifle was having in operation. But also it does not have the serrations. So I got this. It's a Brownells Retro, hard chromed without the serrations. So I thought I would open this. I ordered it immediately as soon as I was notified. And here it is. So as you can see, this bolt carrier does not have any of those serrations. So I thought I would put it in the gun today and share this with you. So let's see here. Let's take this old carrier out of here, which is actually good. It's nice to have an extra carrier. I actually have an extra upper receiver that I need to build into something, so having this extra carrier will save me some money. But here is the carrier I had bought, which was kind of a mil-spec one. But as you can see here, it has the serrations for the forward assist. And obviously this gun doesn't have a forward assist. And so here is the one without the smooth side. And it's in the right coating for this gun. But I'm going to clean this thing up and oil it. I don't know if it has... Let me see here. Let's see how dirty it is inside. It actually looks brand spanking new. So I'll probably just put a little bit of oil on it. Let me get my oil out here real fast before I put it back in the gun. And I'll tell you what oil I absolutely love on my guns. I use it all the time. People ask me, what do I use to clean this or that? I like to use this Lucas Oil gun oil. Maximum heat resistance. That's what it says. I guess it's a synthetic oil. Anyway, it's worked really, really well for me. I haven't had any problems whatsoever with it. It's worked great on everything from pistols to rifles. I just had a good time with it. So I'll put a little bit into the bolt where those gas rings are just to make sure it cycles inside fine. Put a little bit here on the rails. I need to get some more, actually. I need to go down to the store and buy some of this oil. Put it on the contact points of the bolt. And then let me wipe it down real fast, get off anything, any excess here. All right, so let's put this thing in the rifle, and now it will be complete. Maybe I shouldn't do it on camera because you know how YouTube is. If you show something, but let's see here. Oh, 1 second. There we go. Got a little bit of extra oil on it there. Trying to keep the oil off of my hands. All right. And here we go. There we go. That's what it's supposed to look like with no serrations on that forward assist. So, what do you guys think? I love it when something comes together like this. And sometimes you just have to be patient, you know? What's also cool about the Brownells Retro series is they do make some of these waffle mags, like the original style of AR mags. You don't see those very often either. So, yeah. Very, very cool. So there you go. I just want to make a little video about this today. I don't think I could have fleshed it out into a full video, but kind of share with you guys some frustrations I have with commenters, and also show you a cool piece of hardware I got for this clone rifle that makes it even closer to the originals. So what do you guys think? Am I a complete nerd? Am I a complete dork when it comes to these clone rifles? Because these things just have to be perfect. And that actually makes it fun over time. I used to be very impatient when it came to my builds, where I would want everything now. You know, I want it as soon as possible. And I've discovered that some of the joys of hunting down parts and building clone rifles is the wait. Finding the right stuff, waiting to get the right one, not cutting a corner. If you can't find it today, you put out your feelers, you keep looking every week, you know, you go to certain sites, you go to the places where you know people might buy or sell those and trade those parts or whatever. And eventually, you might find what you're looking for like I did today. So, take a look at that one more time. Yeah, doesn't that chrome, hard chrome bolt carrier look great? So anyway, that's all I got for you tonight out here in the garage, and I appreciate it. So if you made it to the end of this video, I always ask you guys to say something because I like to see who watches to the end. Why don't you guys use the term somewhere in the comments section, retro, and then I'll know you guys are my biggest fans, and maybe just don't have lives because you actually listen to everything I say. So, what does it say here at the bottom? It says, period correct for early Air Force Model 601 or M16 rifles. Fits standard AR-15 upper receiver. I'm glad Brownells is still making these. So, if you guys are dorks like I am, and you guys need a non-serrated bolt carrier, you guys know where to go. So let me know what you think in the comment section below, and say the word retro. So, as always, thanks for watching.